Greetings, Lucky Legends. My name is Lucky, this is Lucky Lad TV. I'm your host for this video, and you're probably a little bit confused. And for good reason. You probably thought you were going to see an episode of the D2D tour today. Not the case. The D2D tour has been very, very, very unpopular. Most videos that I put on this channel get at least double-digit views. Usually they break 10. Of the 3 episodes of D2D Run or D2D Tour, only one of them broke double-digit views, and it hasn't even reached 20 yet. The other 2, I believe, have less than 5. It's very unpopular, and it also doesn't. There's not a lot of viewer engagement for that series. So I'm going to be starting a new Let's Play. The first episode will, of course, be on Wednesday. This is kind of like a primer episode to explain to you guys what I'm going to be doing, what's going on, and all that sort of stuff. So without further ado, I think the next slide has the name of the project on it, so time for you to get hyped. And there you have it. We are going to be doing a Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Doomlock. Let's play Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Doomlock. To be more specific, I already have graphics being made. I'm recording this on Thursday. Like I said, Thursday. Really big recording day for me. Well, Wednesday is bigger, but let's play Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Doomlock. First and foremost, there are the 3 required rules for the Nuzlocke, which are: you are only permitted to catch 1 Pokemon per area, i.e. route, town, base, I don't know, maybe. If you are unable to catch the Pokemon, oh well, you don't get any second chances. Like if you accidentally kill the first Pokemon on that route, that's too bad. You don't get a Pokemon from that route. Second rule, all Pokemon must be given a nickname. That was very straightforward. And lastly, any Pokemon that faints in battle is to be considered dead and released and or boxed. I will probably box them, just because I feel like it. But you're probably wondering what a Doomlock is. Well, I'm getting there. So here are some basic rules that I added to the Doomlock. These are rules that they're not specific to the Doomlock. They have been used in other... Well, they have probably been used in other Nuzlocke variants. The battle style will be put to set to make it more difficult. This one, I don't know if people have thought about doing this before, but any rare candies that are found must be thrown away. You don't get to use them. I don't know if you're able to sell them, but if you are, you can't. Like, you're tossing them. No hold items are allowed on Pokemon unless it is during grinding. The reason for this is because if I have to grind, I want to keep grinding as short as possible. So I will put, like, the lucky egg on something, or I'll put, I don't know, I can't use the amulet coin. Or, like, I'll put a choice band on something so it'll hit even harder. TMs may only be used once. In 6th gen, or I think actually they started it in 5th gen, TMs had infinite uses. You can use them as many times as you want. I'm going to be keeping track of all the TMs that I've used and make sure that I don't use them more than once. But for each TM that is in the game, you can only use it once. All gift Pokemon must be placed in the dead box or released. I don't remember if you get any gift Pokemon, so to speak. This does not include the starter Pokemon. That's different. All gift Pokemon that you receive must be released. Like I said, I don't remember if you receive any gift Pokemon. I know you get an egg in that hot spring town. I don't remember what it's called, but I know you get an egg in there, and the egg will just go right in the dead box. Trading Pokemon is not allowed. In every Pokemon game, there are usually like in-game trades that you can do where somebody says, hey, I'm looking for a Cottony. Do you have a a Lily, and even if I happen to have it, I can't make the trade. And the last one, static encounters, including legendaries, are not allowed to be used. I don't know if there are any static encounters in this game. There may be a Snorlax somewhere, but I'm not sure. Kyogre's in this game, can't use Kyogre. Latios, or Latios, whichever one I get in this game, can't use that. All that sort of stuff. No static encounters. Only the actual en route encounters. And now I'm about to tell you the two things about the Doomlock, or rather 3 things about the Doomlock that really make it different from any other Nuzlocke variant that at least I personally have seen. So this right here is what makes the Doomlock the Doomlock. First and foremost is an idea that I've had for a very, very, very long time, which is the critical clause. And as it shows right there, if a Pokemon faints to a critical hit, the second Pokemon, either in party or in box, must be released or put in the dead box. So let's say I have a Pidgey, and a Poliwag. Well, and a third Pokemon. No, not even. Let's say I have a Pidgey and a Poliwag, and my Pidgey dies to a critical hit. Not only do I have to get rid of Pidgey, I have to get rid of the Poliwag as well. It is a... So you're going to see a lot of really conservative playing. However, the punishment clause makes it so that it is much more difficult to be able to play conservatively. Because the punishment clause states, if a Pokemon is lost while battling Archie, who is the boss of Team Aqua, May, who is your rival, or any of the gym leaders, Elite Four members, or champion. So that's 8 gym members, 8 gym leaders, 4 Elite Four members, and the champion. So that's a total of 12, 13, 14, 15 different people that this rule applies to. If you lose a Pokemon to one of those people, you must toss, not sell, all berries in your bag. And you're probably thinking, so what, they're just berries? Well, berries are free. You find them. And they do the same thing as stuff like full heals and paralyzed heals, antidotes, awakenings, and stuff like that. Which means that I will be having to spend more money. And since I'm not able to use the amulet coin, money is going to be it's going to be much more scarce in this game than you might think. Like, I'm going to have to be very strategic with how I spend my money. And if there are no berries, a substitute sacrifice must be made. It depends on what I have in my bag. Toss all of my super potions. Toss all of my full heals, or anything like that. If I lose a Pokemon, I have to toss. Let's say I lose 3 Pokemon to a gym leader. I have to do that 3 times, which means all of my berries, all of another item, and all of another item. They go bye-bye. So that is the punishment clause. I couldn't really think of a better name for it. I wish if it only applied to, like, gym leaders or anything like that, I would probably call it, like, the gym loss clause or something like that. But since it applies to all these other people as well, I'm just going to keep it with the punishment clause. And now it's time for the last part of the Doomlock. So, the token clause. I like the idea of having to earn tokens or something like that. But I don't want the tokens to be the way that most people use tokens when they do a Nuzlocke. Usually for a token, it's so you can get another encounter. For the Shady Lock, it's so you can use the Pokemon Center. The token clause here, I earn a token, and it's only 1 token. Each time I defeat Archie, May, or any of the gym leaders, Elite Four members, champion, etc., i.e. anybody who is part of the punishment clause. And by spending 1 token, I can negate either the crit kill clause or the punishment clause for that death only. I don't have to do it preemptively. I can do it on the spot. Like, let's say I'm battling somebody, and same scenario, my Pidgey dies to a crit. I can use a token so that I don't have to release Poliwag as well. Or, let's say my Pidgey goes down to May, to a regular attack, and I don't want to release all my berries, I can use a token for that. If a Pokemon dies to a crit from any of these people, from any of those 15 people, I think it is, then I would have to use 2 tokens. 1 for the crit kill clause and 1 for the punishment clause. And here's the last thing. I start with 0 tokens. However, each time I defeat any of those people, I get a token. You fight May, I think 3 or 4 times. You fight Archie, I think 2 or 3 times. So the number of potential tokens that I will get, I believe, is like 1.5 times the number of times in which this could actually be relevant. Because that's 15 people, and I'm pretty sure that I'll have like 20 to 25 chances, probably around like 20 chances to actually get tokens. So that's the token clause. There's one last little thing about this playthrough that you guys should know. So as you guys can see on the screen, these are rules being added specifically to the Alpha Sapphire Doomlock. The reason I say that is because if I was Nuzlocking a different game, the starter Pokemon would be different. For example, if I was doing a Nuzlocke of Omega Ruby, then Trico would be my starter. Because you have to deal with Team Magma in Pokemon Omega Ruby, who use a lot of fire types, which would fuck over my... what's that thing's name? Trico! However, I'm playing out Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, which works really well for 2 different ways. For one, I'm dealing with Team Aqua, who uses a lot of Water-type Pokemon, and I will have a Torchic. Torchic doesn't do well against water. The other reason it's gonna make things more difficult is the first gym is Rock-type, and Torchic doesn't do well against rocks. So right off the bat, I will be at a disadvantage, and I know a couple of you guys are probably thinking, but you get Mega Blaziken, which is the most OP of the potential Megas, and you're forgetting I don't get access to hold items. So it's just going to be a regular old Blaziken. There's nothing special about it. I think I have one more slide. I do. I do have one more slide. Completely forgot. It's time for you guys to get hyped. This is episode 0. Episode 1 goes up on Wednesday. I'm probably going to try and keep it around like the 20-25 minute mark. You know, maintain viewer retention. But here's the thing, and it's really important, especially for a brand new series like this. I really need your guys' help to spread the awareness for it, and I really need you guys to turn up in the comments section and let me know what you think of this idea. I think it's going to be really difficult. When I was drafting the rules, I was thinking, it's not going to be that bad. However, reading it back to myself, what I'm actually realizing is that the most difficult part of doing this is actually going to be the financial aspect of it. Trying to spend my money as wisely as possible to get the most out of what I need, because with the potential of having to throw out a lot of really valuable items, I'm probably going to be strapped for cash most of this Let's Play. And I think that's something kind of cool, because most of the time people are really worried about, you know, the Pokemon in their party, or stuff like that, or being able to go back to heal. I think the aspect of me doing the financial thing, of that being like a potential really big issue, I think that's really new. I think that's really different, and I really like the idea of it. But I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. But with that, I'm going to get about. Best luck out there. I will see you all soon. Goodbye.